Hey everybody, hopefully everybody is doing well here. Just wanted to make a video on Mike Shildt and AJ Preller talking to the media today as the Mike Shildt contract extension has become official. Obviously, as I talked about yesterday on the show, it's through 2027. And we also got some positive news because I think it was news. It was reported, I believe, last night from Kevin Acee about Ruben Niebla, him expected to be here and get a contract done. But AJ and Mike Shildt, they spoke about it today, and Mike Shildt was talking about how Ruben Niebla is going to be in meetings coming up in the next week or so, the pitching meeting. So that means that he's under contract and he has agreed to a deal with the Padres. And I was just reading this from Kevin as well from his piece today. The 2025 coaching staff is expected to be the same that it was in 2024. Kevin writes, the Padres have offered contracts to all their coaches whose deals were expiring and expect to have the same staff in 2025. Ruben Niebla, who has overseen one of MLB's most consistent staffs the past 3 seasons, will take part in meetings regarding the pitching group the next 2 days, even though his new contract has not yet been agreed to. Victor Rodriguez, the hitting coach, his contract was through 2025. He is expected to have at least one more year added to his deal. So what I love here is not only is Mike Shildt getting taken care of and well-deserved, but the coaches under him are being taken care of as well. And what I loved during this press conference or this Zoom conference was Shildt, I'm not quoting him directly, but he essentially said, yeah, I wanted to make sure my coaches were taken care of before we got my contract done because he already had a year left. It's not like they needed a contract. They needed a contract with Ben Fritz. They needed a contract with Ruben Niebla. Victor Rodriguez, not so much, but it's nice that he isn't on like a what do they call it? A lame duck year. He's not on a walk year, his last year with the Padres under contract. He has a cushion of a couple years. So that's good. I still wonder about AJ. Will AJ Preller get an extension through 2027 and add on a year there to make he and Mike Shildt's contract line up? We'll see what happens there. But I can go over some of the key points here, and credit to 97.3 The Fan for, because I was working during this, but for them tweeting out some of the things that were being said. AJ, this is courtesy of Annie Halbrun on Shilt's extension. It was clear that he's someone I want to partner with for a long time, and that's what this extension is a sign of. A job really well done. Mike Shildt, by the way, and because I was listening to it on my way home, he did speak glowingly of the fans and obviously the players. And he mentioned Peter Seidler, and I'd be dumb to not mention on the Zoom conference, I noticed that Mike Shildt, his jacket that he was wearing, it didn't say Padres on it, at least from what we could see on the screen. It was just the PS heart on it. It was a brown sweatshirt with a PS heart on it. So I thought that was pretty cool. And there was the picture, I believe there's at least one picture of Peter behind Mike Shildt in his office. So, Mike Shildt gets it, right? It seems like he's a really good human being, as I was saying yesterday. And he wants to win for San Diego. He wants to make Peter and Peter's family proud. And so, yeah, this is the right guy. I have not seen anyone pissed off about this move, and I don't understand why you would be pissed off about an extension for a manager who just, took the Padres one game away from the NLCS in his first year. He's been with the organization for a few years. He hasn't lost the clubhouse or anything. Pretty much the opposite, right? Seems like everyone loves him. The coaching staff loves him. He wants to win for San Diego. So if you don't like that, I mean, go somewhere else, I guess. I don't know what you're looking for, I think Mike Shildt's one of the best managers in the game. And, he's under contract, and Skip Schumacher, he's with the Rangers as a special advisor. So, yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, so Shildt, it was really important for him to make sure his coaching staff was taken care of before dealing with his contract status. Preller noted they'll have more to say over the upcoming days and weeks about the status of the coaching staff. But again, as I hit on, it seems like they're all going to come back, or at least be offered back for the 2025 season. They're very interested in bringing the staff back, building on last year's success and having continuity. Preller did, by the way, say that, yes, Niebla is interested. He does want to return to the team. So that's going to happen. We can all rejoice there. I'm looking for my applause button. We can all rejoice that, yes, Ruben is back. And I put this out the other day on Twitter. I don't know if any other fan base, I'm convinced our fan base loves our pitching coach more than anyone else in baseball. The Dodgers could say we love Mark Prior, but I'm not a Dodger fan, obviously. I'm not scouring Dodgers Twitter all the time. It comes up when I see it, from other people that respond to stuff. But I don't see a bunch of Mark Prior love on social media. I see a bunch of Ruben Niebla love amongst Padres fans, and it's well-deserved. And I absolutely love how much we love Ruben, and we're like, get that deal done. We wanted that done, no disrespect to Mike, but it was a timing thing. We wanted that Ruben thing done before Mike Shildt got done, because we wanted to make sure Ruben was going to be here and not get plucked off by another team to be their manager, because he wants to manage in the future, and he will manage in the future. I would be surprised if he doesn't. So, and he's learning right next to a pretty darn good one right now in Mike Shildt. So I'm happy, obviously, that Ruben is going to be returning. Preller obviously expressed interest in having discussions with Profar and Kim. With the qualifying offers, I think AJ Caswell asked a question about that. They weren't going to go $20+ million on a one-year deal for Ha-Seong Kim, one, because he's not going to be healthy the entire year, and he's not worth that per year coming off of this past season. And with Jurickson Profar, he's probably not worth that per year either. It's more of 10 to 15 million probably. Or maybe some that aren't as high on Profar and they saw the second half numbers, maybe you'd say between 8 and 15 million per year, or 8 and 12 million per year, something like that, but not 20+ million. Like it's obvious for teams to offer the qualifying offer to certain free agents, like a Max Fried. I think he was offered a qualifying offer. A Pete Alonso, a Juan Soto. It's pretty obvious. It's an easy call, right? With Profar and Kim, it's for me, it's an easy call in the other direction. I'm actually looking right now. Mike Shildt's office. You can't see this, but you can look it up on YouTube. I think Marty Caswell posted it. You can look it up on 97.3 The Fans Twitter as well. They have some video, and I'm looking at Shildt's office. One, his sweatshirt, yeah, it's just a brown sweatshirt with a PS next to it, kind of like how it is on the jersey. It looks like maybe Tony and Trevor. Could be wrong, but because it's blurry, but maybe that's what's in over his right shoulder. And then he has a quote about, I think, the baseball gods one day smiling upon San Diego, and we will have a parade with Peter Seidler waving to the crowd. That is a picture in his background. And then he has another Peter Seidler one below that, not framed, but the other one is framed. So that's pretty cool. The love that he has, the respect that he has for Peter and this organization, and he wants to make Peter proud. So really, that's what I've got. For me, the takeaway was like, yeah, the coaching staff's going to be back. That's pretty much what was confirmed during this Zoom conference. And we'll see what the rest of this GM meetings week ends up, giving us in terms of news. Scott Boras did speak to the media today. A bunch of Borisisms, obviously. Profar is no longer. So I apologize if I've said that Profar is a Boras guy. He's not. He switched to, I think, MVP, which is the same. I want to say that's the same as Tatis and Manny. Dan Lozano, maybe. Could be wrong on that name too, but I think that's who that is. But Profar has switched. So Kim is the guy that's with Boras. I didn't see anything tweeted out about any Ha-Seong Kim, play on words or anything like that. But he definitely had some with Soto. He had some with Pete Alonso. I guess that's what the media is there for, is to see what some of it's funny, some of it's, roll your eyes, what Boris is going to say. Obviously, his winter meetings one, though, is more of the headliner because it's the winter meeting. The GM meetings are not as big as the winter meetings. The GM meetings are the start of the off season. The winter meetings are like the Super Bowl of the off season, where you hope big moves are made during that week. And that's like a glued to your phone, glued to, MLB Network or whatever show, paying attention to, moves around baseball, different rumors, reporters waiting in the lobby, tweeting stuff out when they, you know, get a text or something from an agent. I've been to the winter meetings a couple of times, so it is kind of cool to see that process. Like you see a tweet, and then you look up, and you're like, "Oh, he's right there. John Heyman's right there. He just learned that." So yeah, but that's what I've got here today. Shildt and Preller spoke to the media today, and Shildt is officially extended. And congratulations to him and the rest of the coaching staff. It seems like.